Welcome, everybody, to another amazing episode of Three Wheel Bicycle Podcast coming out of Casper, Wyoming. A podcast that has nothing to do with bicycles. It's a podcast about this, that, strange facts on the internet. Man, the list goes on. This week, rolling solo. Josh is working right now, so I figured I would get an episode out so that way all of you wonderful listeners aren't wondering what is going on. A new week, no episode. Anywho, so this episode is coming out December 18th, which is National Answer the Phone like Buddy the Elf Day. I don't really... I've seen the movie a few times, obviously, but I don't really remember how he answered the phone. It is also National Twin Day. So if you are a twin of somebody, congratulations to you. National Roast Suckling Pig Day. Ooh, it's a good day to eat some pork. So anyway, hopefully everybody is doing wonderful, had an amazing week. Of course, Christmas is coming up here very shortly. Hopefully you got most of your Christmas shopping done. We hit up some local places yesterday in the Walcott and around the Walcott. Hippie Creations. Definitely a pretty sweet store you need to check out. Lots of tie-dye incense. The list goes on. Yoga mats, if you're into yoga. Also, box of shoes. They have some pretty sweet shoes that you can't find in or around. It's like I believe you could like special order it for you too if need be. Anyway, he's got some pretty sweet stuff in there. Grabbed it's like a little secret box, I guess, and you can get these little mini shoes. And I got myself a pair. Pretty sweet little pink Jordans come in a little box. Pretty cool. Pretty cool little stocking stuffer too if you're looking for one of those. Let's see, what do we got? I'm going to get into this day in history real quick so we could just knock these out of the park. And then I'm going to get into this cover art that you're looking at right now, maybe, when you've clicked on the episode, what have you. I'm going to get into that and a couple other little things, too. All right, now we're back. Now I got it brought up here on the computer. In 1966, Dr. Grinch, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, airs for the first time on CBS. Animated special directed by Chuck Jones, features voices of Boris Karloff, June Foray, and Thurl Ravenscoft, with songs by Albert Hugh. That was one that was pretty memorable. Ooh, Christmas Carol. 1984, A Christmas Carol directed by Clive Donner, starring George C. Scott, premieres in the U.S. That's pretty cool. Looks like this is all mostly TV and movies. Let's click over to sports since we got some sports fans that are listeners too. Speaking of that, make sure you get on over to spudsbaseball.com. Check out what they got going on. Check out all their social media links. The Casper Spuds. 1956, Phil Risotto signs as New York Yankees radio TV announcer. That's pretty cool. That was back in 1956. In 1959, Sammy Baugh named first coach of New York Titans. So shout out to them. Here's another one. Oh, man. 1994, Darryl Strawberry pleads not guilty on tax evasion charges. Darryl Strawberry, he was the man back in the day. I mean, we all have, we all run into certain demons, maybe, so to speak. I don't know. But, anywho, let's give we got to do the weekly, I guess. We'll give them the weekly shout-outs. Of course, we got the Trailer Park Baker. We can't forget about her little shop of burgers. Forbidden Leaf. Two Bulls Tattoo. We can't forget about Harden Fight Company. Next month, there's going to be another Saturday night boxing event. If everything goes as should. What else do we have? We can't forget about the one and only Kamikaze Kid. He's got a bunch of merch, too, that you can head on. If you head on, just type in Kamikaze Kid on any one of those social media platforms, and it will bring you up to his site or whatever. And, he's got a bunch of merch, too. So definitely check that out. Also, if you're looking for an oil change, hit up Mobile On-Site Oil. We can't forget about the Active Life Photo. Little Molden Books. Man, the list goes on and on and on. 10 for 10. You can't forget about them. Also, PRD Entertainment. Shout out to Ryan Adams. He's got some new tracks that he's been putting out. He's actually been putting them in the Three Wheel Bicycle Facebook chat. You can head on over there if you would like to throw out an idea, something you'd like us to talk about. Definitely just put it on up over there. Or if you would like some sort of different advertising, I guess, just get in contact with us. Also, I wanted to say, once again, thank you, Levi, for interacting, and everybody else that's been interacting on the Spotify comments down below. Also want to give a shout-out to the Middle of the Road podcast and Off the Cuff with Jed Coburnis and Cody Stokes Kids. And we can't forget about my man, Art, with the Cast Ascendancy podcast. Shout out, fellas, doing them podcast things. That is one cool thing I must say, and I have said it time and time again. That's one of the cool things about podcasting. You can connect with so many different people, which is super rad, but there is also a lot of BS that can come with it as well. But anyway, let's get to this episode art that you are looking at right now. So, if this is your first time to the show, welcome. If you've a previous listener, you should know that I have been trying to read like I don't know how to or some shit. Been reading this. Essentially, it's a book on Richard Kuklinski. It's kind of a hard name to say. Well, anyway, I got inspired the other day. Did not finish the book, but I did hop on the TV, the old, I don't remember what streaming platform it was. And I had to watch the movie The Iceman, right? And if anybody does not know about this man, he was a quote-unquote, some say serial killer, which he was not. He was a contract killer nonetheless. Not saying that what he did was right. But at the end of the day, that was the only way that he felt that he could provide for his family. Ooh, I'm already getting a little winded here. I need to take a little shot of coffee. Speaking of that, shout out to Bourgeois Pig. They have some amazing coffee. Anywho, so with some of the HBO has like a documentary about, you know, how he talks about some of the killings that he's done, and just some of his past life adventures, I guess you could say. Maybe they're not really adventures, but it all kind of fascinated me. The reason being is because here's a man that has a family, and he's going to do anything that he possibly can. His own family was even shocked that he was doing this, was even involved in any of this. The little bit of differences that I've noticed per movie and the book. So according to the book, he had a wife previously with a few other children and just took off. So some of these, you don't really know what to believe. In the book, it said the first time that he had actually killed somebody was when he was in this newer project, and he always got picked on when he was a kid, nonetheless, because, of course, he was poor. So anyway, he goes and he gets this little shower curtain. Well, not really a shower curtain. It was like a closet curtain, I guess. But anyway, goes and gets it. And according to the book, he waited for that kid and then pretty much beat the shit out of him. Did not intend to kill him. But according to him, in the little HBO thing, there were 6 of them. And pretty much took them all out. So, yeah, pretty crazy stuff. Later on, he got into like dubbing pornography films. That's a hard word to say, pornography. Anyway, and then started dubbing like some Walt Disney type stuff too. Made lots of money off of doing that. According to the book, he didn't really dive into it too much in like the interviews or anything like that. But anyway, just a couple things, I guess, that was I thought was kind of interesting. So when he would go and do these quote unquote jobs, he could get extra money if, you know, he did certain tasks. So one of them was to cut out the man's tongue and then shove it up his ass. Crazy. I should have put a little disclaimer at the beginning of this episode. It gets a little gruesome. So this is probably the time to shut it off. No, don't shut it off. Just skip a few minutes. So anyway, and there was another instance where he grabbed this man, and for 10,000 more extra dollars, he would get paid, but he'd have to show them proof. So what he did was he, after essentially killing this man, well, he didn't kill him. It said he pretty much like broke every bone in his body. But anyway, hauls him off to this cave and lets these rats eat him, essentially eat him alive. But being that he was in the filming, had a job and whatnot, he set up cameras and then went back 4 days later, bada bing, bada boom, $10,000 richer. You know what I'm saying? Oh, wrong one. Thank you. Even though I'm the only one in the room downstairs in the basement. Anyway, okay, and then here was another one that he said he wished he would not have done. There was a man that was pleading to God, and he said to him that if God comes here within 30 minutes and does something, that obviously you will live. Well, fortunately, that did not happen. But he said that was probably the worst one just because of the pleading, and I'm already getting goosebumps just from talking about this shit. Here was another one. On Christmas Eve, he shot a man inside of a car, and it was so loud that it hurt his eardrums. Well, anyway, what was asked after, he went home and put toys together for his children, and then set a broadcast about how it was a mob-style hit. And then he said that he realized then that he was in some sort of way involved with the mob. Very interesting. Let's see, what else do we? Yep, he was big into cyanide. That was another thing. He had put some cyanide in a man's burger. Went back to the hotel, gave it to him. And here's the other crazy thing. It did not kill him at first. So they went to go strangle him. This is later on. He's starting to get not so slick, I guess, so to speak. But yeah, threw the man underneath the bed mattress of the hotel bed, I guess, and they left him there. And the crazy thing is he was not found until 4 days after this had happened. And it said that there was an estimated 20 people that had stayed in that room before that was discovered. Pretty crazy stuff. Makes you almost want to flip up your mattresses when you go sleep in a hotel now, huh? Anywho, pipe down. So, towards the end, how he got arrested, an undercover cop had, went and said, essentially, that he was another hitman, wanted him to take care of somebody for him. They sat and they would have conversations and about, obviously, how to kill people. And later got caught. So, yeah, that's... just a little bit about that man. I thought the painting, it's very flashy. Probably one of the, I've done some bigger art pieces before, but this one, as far as putting it in the frame, and then you can see how it says family. It's actually like a little 3D type to it, and the canvas actually pops off of the frame a little bit. Pretty cool piece. If you're interested in purchasing that, go down below, click the link, Vanderheiden Design. You can type it into any sort of social media platform, and it will bring up my artwork. That's VANDERHEIDEN Design. Any sort of social media platform. But yeah, if you're interested in this painting, I do put up a bunch of others on my Facebook stuff. You can click on over there, the TikTok, the Instagrams, all those wonderful things. Once again, thank you all of the new listeners to the show, all the people that have been joining the social media platforms. Truly appreciate that. And the people that are promoting for us on X, also known as Twitter. Well, I do have a little Christmas story, maybe. Yeah, it is related to Christmas. I will get into that here shortly. We're going to get into something else first. I thought this was kind of funny. Totally forgot that I was under the podcast name on Facebook the other day. Anyway, there was an ad that came up. Prison sink / toilet combo for $500. Josh Short sent this, or not sent it, but posted it nonetheless. It looks like it's stolen from something else, but to describe this, if anybody who has not been, and hopefully none of you, have to go through any of that bullshit, but I'm sure if you have, you deserved it. That's why they put people there. I was an asshole. That's why I went. Anyway, so there's this picture, and it's the toilet, but there's like a little like shelf right above it, right? And there's the sink right next to it, which I thought was kind of interesting because I had personally never seen one like that. Not that I've been to every single prison in the United States of America, but I've never seen one before. So, I commented on it and said, there's a shelf above the toilet. Back in my day, the sink was on top of the toilet. And I actually said, I'm going to talk about this on the next show. We had Dwayne Stamper says it's a handicap toilet, which I don't even remember. Well, I guess I never really was around the handicap cells or anything, so I can't really recall, but I don't really remember them ever getting any sort of special treatment other than getting released before, chow or what have you. Handicap toilet. I said, interesting, still must be a new thing. I've been working at a prison for the last 10 years. Nothing new. I said, new to me and a bunch of other people. Have you been to prison? Yep, sure have. Or I wouldn't have even commented. Have a great day. I would show you, but obviously I cannot bring a phone in. Touche. No worries. But I thought that was pretty cool. We had John Miller. I'm telling you, I said the same thing That can't be a prison toilet from Florida. Earl Pierce must be one of those fancy models from a federal prison. Just saying. I was there not too many years ago. I had no shelf, says Justin Jarvis. Let's see. Daniel Dom. I was just there a few months ago because of a kid's mother lies. I can confirm that Pa has no shelf and the sink is still above the toilet. That's pretty funny. All right, what else do we got here? Scott says it's a handicap toilet for inmates that are wheelchair bound. Another one that just said, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Not that we know things, ... And then we got Jevin Hobbs comes in and says, swear, shit ain't look like that while I was down. So I thought that was kind of entertaining. I had to share it on the show. So thank you, everybody that commented on that. That's pretty cool. I'm going to get into some strange facts here real quick. You guys ready for this? Where did Tim Burton... Here's some Nightmare Before Christmas. Where did Tim Burton get his inspiration for Nightmare Before Christmas? It was a poem written by Burton in 1982 while he was working as an animator at Walt Disney Productions. So that's pretty neat. Let's see. Scroll. All of these are pictures of the painting you're looking at. Here's another strange fact. Scientists say that being forgetful is actually a sign of higher intelligence. I can confirm that. Here's another thing. I want to give a shout out to The Gifted Cowboy. That was an amazing episode last week. Also, the people that were involved in the Facebook Live. I truly appreciate that as well. All right, scroll. Studies show that cats understand human commands but do not care to follow them. Yeah, dumb. So I never really liked cats. Do you want to avoid a hangover? Eat some asparagus. Eating asparagus before you start drinking can help protect your liver. Its minerals and amino acids, I apologize. Amino acids not only protect the liver from toxins, the enzymes in asparagus can help break down the alcohol and alleviate hangovers. Hey, so that's pretty interesting. So I guess if you want to try to eliminate a hangover, get yourself some asparagus. Let's see, what else do we have here? Scroll in. Ooh, here's some rock and roll news. Brian Head Welch is launching his own record label called XOVR Records, pronounced Crossover Records, and Spoken is the first band he's signed. That's pretty interesting. If nobody is familiar with that, that is Head from Korn. So yeah. Then I asked how you felt about it. I don't really know how I feel about it. I always liked Head. I thought he was pretty badass. I guess we'll wait and see, maybe. I guess it's completely different. I mean, I wonder, do you guys think he's actually going to be playing, or he's just producing the music? You know what I mean? So that's something, I guess, to watch out for. Here's something pretty cool. In my hometown, Bob Barker, his mural is actually finished on the world's only Corn Palace. So if you are in or around Mitchell, South Dakota, be sure to head on down Main Street. Take a look. The one and only Bob Barker is up there on the front of the Corn Palace. Here's some Wyoming cowboy news. Maybe not news, but something interesting. Pinedale's Cowboy Bar was built by an outlaw who rode with Butch Cassidy and later owned a Wyoming Cowboy Hall of Famer who won the bar in a card game. The current owner, Lila Golden, has worked there since she was 6 years old. That's pretty cool. Another shout out I just remembered. I want to give a shout out to Hissy Fitz. She's in Mitchell, South Dakota as well. She has a mobile smash room. Very cool stuff. Definitely go check that out. Almost any one of these shout outs that I have given, you can look them up on social media platforms. Can you guys tell I've drank a bunch of coffee? Here's another interesting fact. A snail can sleep for 3 years. That's quite a while. Quite a while. This is pretty interesting too. More strange facts. There's a salt flat in Bolivia that during the rainy season turns into a mirror-like surface reflecting the sky. It's known as the border between heaven and earth. Well, that's pretty cool. Living with a view of water, whether it be the ocean or a lake, can make you calmer, happier, and more creative. So keep that in mind. Speaking of creative, I want to give a huge shout out to the Casper Artist Collective. Lots of cool stuff coming up this coming year. Down at the Nicolason. Casper Artist Collective is a collective of wonderful artists that don't just paint flowers constantly or landscapes. Different stuff to meet the eye. Also, shout out to T-Hawk Studio and Glow. They're located down on 2nd Street. don't remember the actual address, but if you keep on driving, you'll find it. All right. Here we got one more. Until at least the 17th century, people usually slept before 10, woke up a couple hours later, did stuff, went back to their second sleep before waking back up at sunrise. It's called bifascist sleep, bifascist sleep. I don't know. Shit. Pretty interesting, though. Honey badgers eat porcupines and poisonous snakes. And they raid beehives for honey. They kidnap baby cheetahs and steal food from hungry lions. All right, I still got a bunch more of these, but I'm going to save them for next week. All right, we're going to get into this, like I said last week. Last week was Krampus. This week I chose these Gingerdead Men. These stories are coming out of Creepy Christmas by Mr. Sam Sharons. So this last week, my youngest daughter had a little project about Gingerbread Man. It was there were stories of all. Each kid had a different gingerbread story, and then they had to like make this gingerbread man. It was pretty cool. But anywho, so this week's creepy Christmas story is Gingerdead Man. Just like a golem, fashioned and baked. Little likeness of people, men and women we make. With little sweet faces, we give them some eyes. A mouth made of icing and bottoms or ties. Runaway food possessed by a spirit. Sometimes a pancake, sometimes a biscuit. Causing havoc, disaster, and grief. The horrible creatures are worse than a thief. Leaping from the oven tray before they're cooled down, these critters chaos all over town. Running away they shout, "You can't catch me." While under our breath we say, "Oh really? We'll see." Most of these treats perform incredible feats, all avoiding the fate of being eaten like meat. They're often far chased by both animal and man. They're swifter than you think. Catch them if you can. Now these now these dreaded breads can turn nasty, it's told. In legends and folktales, these spirits are old. They await to inhabit a body been made with care and affection. In the kitchens we slave. If chased far too long and not caught and then beaten, perhaps not even by a fox to be eaten, the tables will turn and they'll blitz on their makers. The gingerbread bakers, their very creators. Some of these fools. Oh, sorry guys. Some of these foods roll rather than run, consuming people, it seems just for fun. They'll eat the whole family, including father and mother, then move on to the next to devour another. Some of them burst after eating so many. How is this possible? Your thoughts for a penny. How could a biscuit or small breaded man become a large monster striking fear in the land? The answer, it seems, is contained in the elements, the ingredients. Turn these small things the size of elephants from biscuit to behemoth, ancient magics included. Yet no one will believe you. They'll say you're deluded. So, yeah, that was in Gingerdead Men. Gingerdead Men. My apologies. Gingerdead Man. What do you guys think? Do you guys like gingerbread cookies? I'm a big fan. Gingerbread cookies. Gingerbread. Anyway, yeah, shit. I mean, I hope that everybody has an amazing, I don't really have very much else right now. Like I said, I wanted to get this out to you guys today. I really had been wanting to talk about Richard Kuklinski. It's a hard word to say, just because obviously of this painting. And to let you guys, throw another Christmas story at you. Creepy Christmas story at that. And just some, random strange facts this day. Hopefully, everybody, you laughed at some point in time. You learned something. Yeah, that's just truly what I hope. And also, I'm not really sure what's going to be going on for next week, to be quite honest with you. I guess we'll just have to wait and see, and just kind of go from there. As always, do us a huge favor. Tell your friends, your cat, your dog. For all my friends out there on the farm, let them cows know. Maybe they'll let other cows know in another pasture or something. I don't know. That was stupid. There we go. The horn, nonetheless. But yeah, just let everybody know. Also, shout out to Miss Tammy McDonald. She is going up for her baker. She's trying to be the best baker. You just head on over to her page. You can vote for her. She has a link up on there. But just like spreading the love around here on Three Wheel Bicycle Podcast. Good people doing good things. That's what we try to promote for the most part, and get you to laugh, learn, buy some cool art, original art, and art that might make you fart when you're part. Stupid. Anyway, so yeah, thank you once again, everybody that tuned in this week, last week, the weeks before. If you're just tuning in now for the first time, hopefully you got something out of this show. Yeah, and we appreciate you. Until next week, next time, peace out. I'm Stevie V. I'm signing out. Later.